discounted. A week ago, when I started preparing for the icebreaker speech, jotting down the notes and looking back at my life, I feel like I was writing my own eulogy. It's better for people to know me when I'm still around. I was born and raised in China. Growing up in 1970s, I'm not that old. Growing up in 1970s and 80s in China, life surrounded by hardship and hard work, but we had a lot of fun too. My parents, they were very supportive and always encouraged us to have a bigger vision and look at outside of the world. I remember in our tiny, small apartment, we had this huge world map hanging on the wall. My favorite game, my brother and I would poke each country or the city on the wall. My favorite spot is Tunisia. I don't know why. Somewhere in Africa. My childhood hero was a writer from Taiwan who became the first Asian woman to enter the Sahara Desert. She wandered 56 countries of the world. I collect all her books and dreamed one day I'll be like her. After high school, my desire to see the outside the world grew stronger. My dad, on the other hand, he wanted me to stick to the family tradition to be an engineer. So I ended up going to a college 1,000 miles away from home, studying material engineering. Right after college, I started thinking about seriously what I want to do and where I want to go. For the first time in my life, I had this clear vision and goal. I want to come to America, not Tunisia, for a better life and opportunity. So after a couple years of preparation, including taking the TOEFL and the GRE test, I was luckily admitted by University of Wyoming Master of Finance program. And my boyfriend at that time, he was admitted by Master of Chemical Engineering program. So there we are, both of us came to States with great anticipation and excitement. But what I didn't expect was the culture shock and language barrier. My English teacher in China never been overseas. All I learned was spoke English. Neither could I talk nor understand. I remember the first semester, I was always the first one showed up in the classroom with a recorder on the desk. So I'll take everything the professor said and listen over and over until I fully understand. The most difficult part was whenever the professor joked around something, the other students burst into laughter. I was sitting there clueless. Well, it still happens to me sometimes now. Then to fake my laugh. Luckily, the people surrounded me. They were very supportive and helpful. And they introduced the local culture patiently to me. I was invited to the ranch. I learned horseback riding, ski, and even how to throw the boomerang. So I have to say that the years I spent in Wyoming were the most memorable parts of my life. Not only did I achieve what I wanted to achieve, but also I made lifelong friends and fell in love of the big Wild West. And also, I gained 10 pounds by enjoying the junk foods. Time flies fast. So here I am. I have lived in Houston for over 12 years.
Wow.
And I am now a petroleum engineer working in an oil and gas company. My major projects mainly in the Gulf of Mexico and the UK North Sea, but I didn't make any spill. Being a suburban working mother, juggling between work, kids, and weekend sports, I could not be more thankful to be who I am and doing what I'm doing. Somehow I have to think that it is God's will and power and grace that leads me where I am. I remember shortly after I came to States, I was approached by a couple of Christians. They introduced me to the gospel and asked me if I know where I will be after I die. I said, I don't know, I'm too busy to care about it. They said, if you're a Christian, you'll go to heaven. If you're not, you go to hell. And I asked, how about my family in China? They never heard about Jesus and God. What will happen to them? And they said, well, God will use their own judgment and judge based on their behaviors. But if you hear about the Christianity and refuse it, you'll definitely go to hell. I was speechless for a couple seconds, and then asked, why do you tell me? But what's amazing is 10 years after, I was baptized and became a Christian in Houston. That is the best thing happened in my life. After so many years of wandering, finally I feel like I find a home and my heart can settle down. Well, back to my childhood dream. After taking my 8-year-old son, traveling about 8 countries since he was born, guess what? His favorite spot is a swimming pool in our neighborhood. Thank you.